Hello students, this is our fifth video of chapter number 4, that is heat. In our previous video we have discussed about conduction and now we are going to discuss about the convection. Convection is the way or mode of transfer of heat. So what is convection? The process by which heat is transferred in liquids and gases by actual movement of the molecules. It is called convection. Okay, so convection can be just explained by this figure I will tell you. Suppose these books are kept here on the table and the students one by one they are coming, taking their book and they are moving. One by one they are coming, taking their book and moving. Okay, in the same way the molecules in the air or liquid after gaining heat moves away from the source of heat. Okay, suppose this is the source of heat. The molecules they are coming to the source, they are gaining heat and they are moving. Again next molecule is coming, it is gaining heat and it is moving from that source. Okay, so in this way you will understand. In conduction what we have seen, the heat was passed from one person to the another person, but here that this person, or we can say student, he is taking his book and moving away. Then next is coming, he is also taking his book and moving away, and it is continuous. Okay, this is the way of transferring heat, and this way of transferring heat is known as convection. Here the actual movement of molecules takes place. Okay, so to explain this convection we have one activity here to show transfer of heat by convection. Okay, so you will need a stand, a round bottom flask and potassium permanganate and a burner. Okay, so round bottom flask you take, fill it with water, two-third you fill with water, and place these crystals of potassium permanganate here at the bottom, and then heat the flask with the Bunsen burner flame. Okay, this is Bunsen burner and heat it. After a while what you will observe, what will be your observation? So we observe that, or you will observe that the purple colored solution rises from the place of heating. From here you will see that purple color solution is moving, it is rising the place of heating, it moves bit away and then moves down to the bottom of the flask. In this direction it is moving, then again coming down, it rises and comes down. This side also it rises up and coming down, comes down, in this way. Okay, so how it is moving? What is the conclusion? Heat is carried from one part to the another part by the actual movement of the particles, that is by convection. Means here the molecules that are at the water molecules that are at the bottom of the flask, they are getting heated and they get the heat and they become warm and they come to the surface. Again they go down to the bottom of this flask. Okay, what actually happens here? You see, the water near the bottom of the flask gets heated first, and this water will be heated first at the bottom. Then warm water is lighter than the surrounding cold water, so it rises up, and the colder water from the surrounding, it moves down, it gets heated and again it rises up, and this process is continuous process until the entire water attains a uniform temperature, and this continues till the water in this flask attains a what we can say uniform temperature. Means all the this flask, this contains the water at same temperature. Okay, in this way this water becomes hot. Okay, so this is the activity to show that the convection is the process in which there is actual movement of the particles, है ना, for carrying the heat. So one question is there, why convection is not taking place in solids? Convection takes place only in the liquids and gases. Why not in solids? There is one reason. See, solids are in solids the particles of that material or matter, we can say, these particles in solids, they are very closely packed, they are very tight, and they cannot move from their place. Okay, they cannot change their place. But in liquids, these particles are away from each other and they have space to move. In gases also they have space to move. That's why in solids there is no convection, but in liquid and gas convection is possible, because here actually the molecules of the substance, they are moving. Okay, so this is about the convection. Then the examples of this convection we will see. The first example is land breeze and sea breeze. So what is land breeze and sea breeze? See, you must have read it in your previous classes, that is in class 6th also, right? So what is a breeze? The first thing, what is a breeze? Breeze means gentle wind. Gentle wind means slow or soothing or pleasant. Okay, gentle breeze. Gentle wind, sorry, not L here. Gentle wind is known as breeze. So two types of breeze blow in the coastal areas. In coastal areas, convection in air is responsible for this land breeze and sea breeze. Okay, so two types of breezes are there in the coastal areas, that is land breeze and sea breeze. So first we will see the sea breeze. Okay, so we can see that in coastal areas the temperature, or we can say climate or weather, it is moderate. It is not very hot or it is also not very cold, it is moderate. Okay, so these places that are in the coastal areas, they observe moderate temperatures. So what happens during the day? Okay, during the day the land warms up more than the sea. We know that land gets heated very fast and also it cools very fast than the water. Land gets heated and get cooled very fast than the water. Okay, so the land warms up more than the sea during the day and the hot air rises upwards. This hot air from the land rises upwards. Then what happens? The cool air, it moves to the land, moves towards the land. Cooler air moves towards the land and the warmer air moves towards the sea. Okay, and this is the we can say it is called as convection current. Okay, convection current from the sea to land, and this movement of these breezes or this wind is known as the sea breeze. Okay, so this is during the day. During the day air moves from warm land to the cool seas, and from cool sea, cool air moves towards the land. Okay, this is known as sea breeze. Then what is land breeze? This is just opposite to the sea breeze. What happens during the night? During the night the land loses heat faster than the sea water. Okay, we know that it gets cooled and it gets hot very fast than the sea water. Okay, so the air over the sea is warmer at night because land is cool and sea water is warm. So the air above the sea, it moves up and the air on the land moves towards the sea. The warm air over the sea rises up and the cooler air from the land starts moving towards the sea to take its place. Okay, and this convection current from land to the sea is known as land breeze. Okay, so this is an example of convection, movement of the air. Okay, then next there are some other examples we can take. Ventilation in a room. Okay, see, ventilation in room, we know that we have ventilations in our room, that is small, this type of windows are there on the wall of the room. Okay, so these ventilations in the rooms, why they are built? So in your house also you may have this type of ventilators. So warm air being lighted rises up and leaves the room. Okay, warm air rises up and it leaves the room through these ventilators that is provided near the ceiling. Suppose this ventilator is here, then what will happen? This warm air is going up. So where will this warm air will go? From this room? It is not possible to go out, because for moving this warm air out, here there should be a hole, or we can say ventilator. Okay, so to make up for this, fresh air from the outside enters the room through the doors and windows. See, this warm air is moving outside the ventilators and the cool air is coming inside from the doors and the windows. Okay, so cool air is coming inside the room from windows and doors, and the warm air is moving outside from the ventilators, because warm air always rises up and it moves out from the ventilators. Okay, so in this way we have ventilation in our home, and that's why these ventilators and doors and windows, they are always in the opposite direction. They are built in the opposite direction. It is very useful feature of this convection for our rooms. Okay, then we have ocean currents. What are ocean currents? See, the water near the equator, you know equator? Okay, equator on the earth. So equator, water near the equator, see, suppose this is the earth and this is equator. So water near this equator, it gets heated by the sun rays, and as a result this ocean water in the equatorial regions becomes warm or hotter and lighter. The ocean water in the polar regions is colder, because here the climate is cold. So here both the sides, this is polar region, this is also polar region. So here the water is cold, and here in equatorial region water is hot. Okay, so due to this temperature difference between the two parts, the warm water starts flowing on the surface of the ocean. Warm water starts flowing on the surface of the ocean from the equatorial region to the polar region. Okay, and the cold water starts moving towards the equatorial region below the surface of the ocean water. Means this warm water, or we can say hot water, is above the surface and the cold water is below the surface. So in this way this movement of the ocean water takes place because of the difference in their temperatures, and this flow of ocean water is known as ocean currents. So this is also a good example of convection currents, and these ocean currents help in maintaining the ocean temperature. It maintains the temperature of ocean water. Okay, then we have some questions here we will discuss. These are the common questions and you should know the answers of these questions, okay, as you are reading about the convection. So first question is, why are air conditioners fitted at higher level on the wall of the room? It is a question, common question. So what is the answer? Air conditioners are always fitted at higher level on the wall of the room because cold air rises cold air is heavier than the warm air, that we know, we have already discussed it. The cold air from the cooler or we can say air conditioner, it is heavier. Okay, it moves downwards. Cool air always moves downwards, है ना? And the hot air at the lower level, it always moves upward or rises upward, and it's good, gets cooled and comes down again. It gets cooled and again it comes down. Then cool air comes down, it gets heated and again it goes up. Okay, so thus the convection currents are set in the air and the room gets cooler fast. This is the reason why air conditioners are fitted at the higher level. Okay. Then next question is, why are the room heaters placed at or near the floor of the room? Room heaters, you know, room heaters we use in the winter season. Okay, so air heated by the room heater goes up. So the air which is heated by the heater in the room, it goes up. This is hot air, it goes up. Okay, it goes up, and the cooler air again from the higher level comes down. Same reason is there. Thus the convection currents are set in the air and the room gets warmer. Okay, so this is the reason, convection currents. And the last question is, why is the freezer mostly located at the top in a refrigerator? Again same reason is there. The air inside and around the freezer compartments, it gets cool and moves downwards, है ना? So air near the freezer, it gets cool and it moves downward, and the lesser cool air, the air that is not cool, it is warmer than this, so it moves upwards, and it moves upwards. Thus here also convection current is set, and the air and the lower section of the refrigerator, lower section of the refrigerator means this section, here it is a freezer, and freezer is here, and the lower section of the refrigerator, here water, not water, this convection current are set, and in this way this whole refrigerator also gets cooled faster. Okay, so these are the three common questions. Here we have finished our fifth topic, that is convection. Okay, in our next video we will discuss about radiation. So till then, take care, goodbye.